Hello, my name is Trevor Gross, and this is my part 2 for my open source commit project for CEN3031 Spring 2024. For my project, I committed to Mumble, which is an open source, low latency, high quality voice chat software. This is the source code here. It was a project that I came across through another website. The project's mostly written in C++, but it seemed to have a few good first issues that I found. So I went ahead and dove into it. When I first found here, I went to the commit guidelines, found out how they want me to commit. They want like a 3-tier strategy alongside the subject line, just to make sure they have like really good documentation, because this project's actually been going on since 2005. So I really want to make sure they've got good documentation. Coding guidelines, they use the Clang format, which actually became a problem for me later. I'll get to that later. But this is like for formatting, became an issue at one point. This is the introduction to the source code. The third-party stuff that did not really apply to me at all, and so I just copied all that to my computer and moved on. Same with really everything else except for the SRC folder. All my work was into the SRC folder, so that's really all I had to worry about. If you'll see here, you got Murmur, which is the server portion of Mumble. Mumble is the client side, Murmur is the server side. Again, I only dealt with client side, so it was only Mumble. This is my fork on my personal doodad, personal profile. You'll see here in the SRC folder this translation that's part of my commit, actually. This is my fork. My branch was called Personal Audio Shortcut because the issue that I contributed towards was creating a shortcut to toggle positional audio, because people wanted it for when they're in game. They wanted to be able to quickly toggle that setting without having to worry about losing their progress or messing up whatever they're doing. This was the original request for the new feature to be added. This is a similar issue where more functions were made, more global shortcuts were made, and this I actually based a lot of my work off of. You'll see here in the commit that they made. This I saw here, like, okay, this is how you create a new global shortcut type, a new assertion. This is how you initialize it, and then down here, these are all like the new functions they created. So I based a lot of my work off of that. And this is my pull request specifically. At the beginning, I was kind of lost, just kind of overwhelmed with how many files there were, and didn't really understand what I needed to do in the function itself. I was able to create the new global shortcut type and like build the framework for the shortcut. I just didn't have any functionality yet written. And you'll see here in my commit, you'll see this is the new shortcut type, new assertion. This is the initialization of the shortcut. This is the function. This is the part I needed help with. So you'll see I created the new function, got all that part, and then this right here just inverts the global boolean B positional audio and then sends it to this function, which then just sets positional audio to the inverted option. Whatever the opposite is, it sets it to it, and those are the declarations. But going back to this, you'll see I had a conversation with this person to get some help on some things. Was never able to get this running, so they had to run it for me, it was just running something, so it wasn't like anything extra really. This is the issue with the formatting that I talked about. For some reason it just looked weird on my computer, and still does, but that's what it was supposed to be, so a test failed because of it. But then my changes got approved, and now I'm just waiting for the merge. But things that turned out the way I expected was, for the most part, the coding portion. The Git portion, what was really hard and what didn't really work for me. I had some issues with rebasing and trying to squash the commits, but I eventually was able to get it figured out and had to force a push, thanks to this person also helped me with that a bit. I was able to overcome them just by looking stuff up online and asking for help through the Mumble community, which is very active and very good to see that I found a project within that very active community. But what I would do different in the future is, if I had to do this project again, I would definitely want to make sure I'm a little bit more read up on Git, because this was a lot and Git's complicated, and I'd like to make sure that I'm a little bit more understanding going forward. But overall, it was a good experience and got me acquainted with the pull request functionality, and I'll definitely be using this feature in SWE and my other classes going forward. Thank you.